This is the author's note for Suzanne Finstad's biography, Natalie Wood, the complete biography, which was published in, I believe, May of 2020. This is pretty much the second edition of the original biography she did in 2001 called Natasha. And this is the author's note for the new one that I've got right now. Okay. 5 years ago, I happened to see a documentary about Natalie Wood. As I watched the clips from some of the 50 movies in which she appeared from the age of 4, I was moved by the vulnerability behind her hypnotic brown eyes, by a pathos in Natalie, made more tragic by her mysterious disappearance at 43 in the dark water she feared all her life. Her daughters, who were only 11 and 8 when Natalie drowned in 1981, expressed their grief with such poignancy the sadness was overwhelming. Natalie Wood haunted me afterward. When I discovered there had never been an authoritative biography about her, I felt compelled to write about Natalie's life and her legacy, which has consumed the last 4 years of my life. After interviewing close to 400 people, watching her filmed performances, excavating ship's logs, articles, photographs, birth, death, and marriage records dating from the 1800s, examining the sheriff's and coroner's official documents relating to her drowning, making pilgrimages to every apartment, hospital, church, school, and house she lived in or attended, being taken by boat to the cove off Catalina where she was found in her nightgown that last bizarre weekend, I am still moved by Natalie, who was as beautiful and haunting as those dark Russian eyes, and whose life was far more compelling than any of her movie roles. Before she became Natalie Wood, Hollywood's child, she was Natasha Zakharenko, the daughter of Russian immigrants who fled the Bolsheviks. Her fame and her drowning had been foretold before she was born to her mother, Maria, who claimed to be Russian royalty and who created the actress personality Natalie Wood. A tale as rich, complex, and mysterious as Anastasia, the role Natalie was preparing to play before she was lost at sea 20 years ago. From the time she was a teenager to the night she disappeared off Catalina, Natalie was struggling to reclaim her lost identity as Natasha. I am deeply grateful to the hundreds of people who contributed to this biography, including many who have never spoken publicly about Natalie before. My heartfelt thanks to her sisters Olga and Lana, who inspired the Chekhovian theme, to Natalie's cousins, the Liuzunis, for their treasury of photographs and Russian history, to Sue Russell for audio tapes of Natalie's mystic mother and alter ego, Maria Gurdon, to the Hyatts for invaluable confidences, to Natalie's close friends Ed Canavari, Marianne Brooks, Jacqueline Perry, Peggy Griffin, Scott Marlowe, and Jim Williams, who bared their souls to tell Natalie's powerfully moving story. It is a tribute to their affection for Natalie that this book is further enriched by the personal reminiscences of Robert Redford, Dennis Hopper, Tony Curtis, Maureen O'Hara, Sidney Pollack, Carl Malden, and countless other legendary stars and directors whose lives she touched. I have tried many times in many different ways over the last several years to meet with Robert Wagner. My intent from the outset was to present a sensitive, truthful account of this tender star as a legacy to her family and her legion of fans. My gratitude is extended to Ned Comstock, the curator of special collections at USC, as well as to the staff at the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, and to Joanne Grazzini, who spent countless hours researching and coordinating transcribers, including the exceptional Hillary Gordon. Thank you to my family, to Tony Costello, Phyllis Quinn, Dwayne Razier, Louis Danoff, Marvin Eisenman, Charles Hyam, Pat Broski, Barry Redmond, Ed Joubert, Doug Bumbard, Betty Batauza, Ariel Cochain, Diana Rico, and Henry Jaglom for further support, assistance, or insight, as well as to Bill Ogden, Jerry Abrams, and J.K. Selznick for guidance. Lastly, to my editor, Shay Earhart, for her patience and for sharing my passion to honor Natalie with this book. Suzanne Finstad, Los Angeles, March 2001.